Hello crafty friends, have you got lots of little bits of mixed media type backgrounds sitting in your stash unused, or maybe some scraps of patterned paper? Well, if you have, then today I'm going to show you what you could do with them. So I've collected all my bluey bits from my box of backgrounds and bits, and I'm going to do what I often do with my white scraps, and that is tape some together so that I can use them or treat them as if they were one big bit of paper. I just flip them over so I've got their reverse upwards, as it were. They don't have to be lined up perfectly. This is just for ease of use. I've got some washi tape that I'm just going to use to temporarily adhere these together. And now I can flip these over and treat them as if they were one piece of paper. And what I'm going to do today is add some embellishment mousse through some star stencils. This is just texture paste really. You can make your own using some clear or white texture paste and add some pigment powder or some re-anchor to it. So I'll take a fair chunk out because I've got quite a large area to work on, and I'm just going to massage it a little bit just to loosen it up and get it ready. I'm just going to work on it this way because I think it'll be easier for you to see. I've got a star stencil and a cake icing scraper thingamajig, and I'll just scrape that through the apertures in the stencil. So now we've got some pale blue texture paste stars there. There's a bit of splurging going on, but I'm not bothered about that. I'm quite happy to have imperfection because these are kind of grungy type backgrounds. I've got a different star stencil here, so we get some variety. So I'm going to put all the spare back in the tub and get the lid on so it doesn't dry out. And then I'm going to go and wash my stencils so they don't get texture paste drying all over them. And I'm going to leave this to dry probably overnight, I think, and then do some punching with craft punches. It's the next day now and my texture paste is dry, so I'm going to separate these bits out. And I've got some second-hand punches here. I got these at the Rowan's Crafty charity shop, and I've got two Stampin' Up ones and an X-cut one. This cut's a sort of wonky shaped star. So all I'm going to do is select areas that look good star shaped and punch out lots of stars. I find with this it's a good idea to punch out your largest shapes first, and then you can punch your smaller shapes out of the remnants left behind. I've got two more star punches here. This one is EK Success. Don't know what brand this is. It was from the Crafty charity shop. And I'm going to use these just to get the final stars out of these little leftover bits. I've punched out all my stars and I've sorted them out into colour groups. And now I've got some hammered textured white card that I'm going to stick my stars to. I'm taping the back of the cardstock together so I can work on it as one long piece. This is just short of 6 inches high, so it'll enable me to cut this down into panels that will go on the front of a 4x6 inch-ish card blank. Got some high-tack white glue there. And I'm going to take my big stars and glue them down all the way along in a higgledy-piggledy fashion. Doesn't matter if they're not quite straight on. I'm starting with the larger stars again, and then I'll be able to fill in the gaps with the smaller stars. I've got a damp baby wipe here just to pick up any excess glue. So I've stuck all my large stars on. I'm just going to fill up the gaps with some teeny tiny stars, and I'll put a little daub of matte gel medium down and use my nail art glitter picker thing to pick them up and stick them on. Right, I think I've got about as many stars as I can out of those. And I have covered this in about as many stars as I can. Also got a little pile of stars left over, which will come in handy for something. And take this apart and just use my trimmer to separate the two halves. Now I'm going to use this stitch rectangle die to die cut this into 4 panels. Now in some places it hasn't quite cut through properly because there's 2 thick layers of cardstock. I can snip through those areas with a pair of scissors. What's also happened with the die cutting is it's pushed the stars down into the paper a little bit. So if you turn it over, you can see the stars have made a dent in the paper, but it's made quite a nice flush look. So I've got 4 full panels, but what I want to try and do is cut these in half-ish. Doesn't have to be accurately in half, but I do want to get the cut line straight. Get it kind of locked into place, get the teeth of that locked in there, and I'm going to hold it in place with some very low-tech tape. Right, so that's cut that. Again, it's not quite gone all the way through, so I'm going to go down that middle line with my trimmer. Now I've got 2 pieces that can go onto 2 cards. Right, I've done all my cutting and I've put everything on card blanks. Now I did use up the extra stars and made some extra panels because I thought I may as well while I'm at it. So for this one, I put the panel off to the left hand side so it occupies about half of the card visually. For this one I popped it in the middle, and for this one I popped it over to the right hand side. So they're all very similar width bits of panel. I did think about mounting it on maybe black or dark blue cardstock, but I wanted to keep the light and airy feel. So this one has got a bit of a wider panel on it, and I did put it on so it sits sort of on the 3rd line here, and then I did the same thing but moved it over so it sat on that 3rd line. I did do 2 cards with full panels on just because, and then I did something a little bit weird. I think I like it, I'm not 100% sure, and I tore a panel, or I tore a strip out of a panel and then placed that on the card, leaving a bit of a gap just for something, again, a bit different. And then I took that strip and placed it on this card. So there's a lot of empty white space on this card. For my sentiment, I've used a stitched star die to die cut out from this bluey metallic cardstock. It's quite similar, maybe a bit darker to the texture paste that I use, but it stands out rather nicely on there. And then what I've been doing with these is I have put this thank you die on the star, held it in place with some low tack tape, and then run it through my die cutting machine with a shim to help that intricate die cut through the foil cardstock. Sometimes you get a little dent or 2 in your star, but you can buff that out with the bit of your nail there. To help the stars stand out on the card, I've been backing them with some vellum. So just take a little bit of high tack white glue, pop it on the back of my star, and then stick that to some vellum, and then cut off the excess with a pair of scissors. You could pop these up on foam, but I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to each point of the star and stick it somewhere on my card front. So that one can go there. So that's bang in the centre there. This one I'm going to put over here, sit it roughly on that intersection there. This one I will put in the centre again. This one's going to go here. I'm lining up the point of the star with the edge of the panel. What I will do with some of the points on these stars is put a little bit of card underneath just to support them so that they stay level. This one can go, I think, in the middle. I will put the supports under in a bit. That one's sitting right off to the side, but I think it works. Now for the funny torn ones, I'm going to pop that straddling the gap. I think that's fine, just a bit of extra interest there with the torn edge. Right, there you go. 9 cards I've made from those scraps from my box of backgrounds and bits. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope it's given you more ideas of things you can do with those mixed media backgrounds or even pattern papers. There's no reason why you can't put texture paste through a stencil onto some pattern paper. If you have gleaned any ideas, do let me know in the comments, leave a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more from me, please subscribe and ring the notification bell, and I will see you back here very soon for another background busting video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.